Welcome back to another episode of PokeFang Unpacked. So today on Unpacked, we're going to be looking at the top 10 most valuable master sets in the Sword and Shield era. If you're like me, then you probably love collecting master sets of each new expansion as it comes out. There are few things more satisfying than sliding each individual sleeved card into a binder, starting from card number 1 in the set all the way up to the very last trainer, special illustration rares, alternate arts, hyper rares, sometimes spending thousands of dollars on case after case of booster boxes to try to pull every single card in the set. But many people may be thinking as soon as they close that binder, was it all worth it? So today on Unpacked, we're looking at the top 10 most valuable master sets in the Pokemon Sword and Shield era. And if you're new here, my name is PokeFang. Make sure to put those notifications on so you don't miss future episodes. And of course, welcome to the Fang Gang. Now let's get unpacked. From February 7th, 2020, when we first received Sword and Shield base set, all the way through to 2023 on January 20th, when we received Crown Zenith, we got a grand total of 17 different expansions in the Sword and Shield era. And out of these 17 sets you see before you, let's take a look at number 10 on our list, which is going to be Champion's Path. Champion's Path did come out on September 25th, 2020, so we're talking almost 4 years ago at the time of recording this video, which is absolutely insane to even consider. But if you want to take a look at the number 1 most valuable card in this set, it's going to be the Charizard VMAX Rainbow Rare with a raw market value of $176. Graded market values sort of all over the place. PSA 10 is $262, CGC 10 is $310, BGC with its Beckett grading company in a 10 is also $281. It is an absolutely beautiful card. It's incredibly difficult to pull, however, which is what makes Champion's Path a really tough set to open. Almost tied for the number 1 most valuable card in this set is going to be the number 2 most valuable card, and that is the Charizard V Shiny Full Art, which is a really great card. If you pulled this, I applaud you. It's a really difficult card to pull as well. Really, those are the 2 cards that you want to get from the set, because immediately you'll notice a huge drop to the number 3 most valuable card in the set, and that's going to be the Gardevoir VMAX Rainbow Rare at just $12. So dropping from 172 all the way down to 12, which means the rest of the set is considerably low in value for the singles. So Dreadnought VMAX at number 4, $7, and Piers for just $4 on that one, which is why the master set of Champion's Path is only worth about $401. So if you are looking for a master set of Champion's Path, ripping the packs may not be the way to go, because we're going to be comparing each one of these master sets against a sealed booster box case, which contains 216 packs. And although there are no booster boxes for Champion's Path, the 216 pack equivalent of a sealed case of booster boxes would run you about $2,160 and still not guarantee you to be able to get a master set from that. I would highly suggest buying the singles for a total of $401. Moving on now to number 9, everyone's favorite, Battle Styles, which actually came out on March 19th in 2021. I didn't hate this set, but I know it's gotten a lot of hate over the years. Still very affordable to open this set. And in terms of the chase cards inside, we have the Tyranitar V alternate arts. We are in the era of alternate arts, if I didn't mention that already. Raw market value on this card is $169. Pretty decent. Market value PSA 10, $282. CGC 10, $223. And Beckett at $325. It is a really great artwork. And I do believe that Battle Styles is the first set in the Sword and Shield era that gave us alternate arts, which I think should give the set some decent significance considering all of the hate that it's gotten over the years. The fact that it has alternate arts in it compared to sets like Vivid Voltage or Darkness Ablaze, I actually think that it stands out among those. But it doesn't just have this Tyranitar V alternate art, it has plenty of other really great cards in it. In fact, the entire top 5 lineup for Battle Styles is going to be alternate artworks, starting with the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX alternate art, which is coming in currently at around $75. I think when I was looking at buying this card as an individual single to complete my set, it was going for closer to $80 or $90, somewhere in that range. So it has come down quite a bit. I think Battle Styles overall has come down and sort of rested in this low neutral sort of place in the market, but a pretty significant gap between the number 1 and number 2 cards, from $169 all the way down to $75. Now, a master set of battle styles, that's every single card in the set, will cost you about $587 if you're looking to buy one brand new, or if you have a master set of battle styles, now you know how much that binder is worth, roughly $587. A sealed case of booster boxes, that's 6 booster boxes of battle styles, would run you about $701, a little undervalued in my opinion. Number 8 is going to be Silver Tempest, the last set prior to the special set Crown Zenith that we got in the Sword and Shield era, coming out on November 11th, 2022. This is the Lugia set. Fantastic alternate artwork, Lugia V, with a raw market value of $193. I think this is an absolutely stunning card. I'm actually glad to see that it's held its value a little bit. I know it was coming down quite a bit because of how many reprints there were of Silver Tempest, but the graded market value on this card in a PSA 10 is $356. CGC 10 is $350, and a Beckett 10 is $810. Some of those numbers are a little bit crazy. $810 for a Beckett 10 seems kind of nuts. A lot of the numbers regarding Beckett were kind of all over the place, so I don't think that's super reliable. So at number 2, we have the Rayquaza VMAX. This is a trainer gallery card. Absolutely amazing. The introduction of the trainer gallery was incredible, and I'm glad that they kept that sort of style moving into the Scarlet and Violet era. The ability to get sort of alternate artworks, essentially, many of them in a single set, really changed the game and made it so much more fun to open packs. And at $38, this Rayquaza VMAX is a beautiful card. At $26, we have the Lugia V-Star Rainbow Secret Rare, Regidrago V at $22, and the Unknown V alternate artwork at just $18. So if you're looking for a master set of Silver Tempest, it's going to run you about $618 to buy all of the singles individually, and a sealed case would cost you about $878. And again, sealed case, no guarantee you're going to be able to pull an entire master set in it. Now let's move on to number 7, which is a lot of people's favorite set. So surprisingly, we have Brilliant Stars at number 7, pretty far down on the list considering how popular this set is and how many people absolutely love it. I had the worst luck opening this set. If you want, you can just scroll back to some of my older videos and watch me just get absolutely red in the face and frustrated trying to pull anything from this set. However, it seems like everyone had a very different experience and relationship with Brilliant Stars, but this one came out on February 24th, 2022, and of course, this was the Charizard set, and the number 1 Charizard chase card in this set, the most valuable card, is going to be the Charizard V alternate art, which honestly, probably in the top 5 alternate arts in the Sword and Shield era for me. Even though I don't like Brilliant Stars all that much, I do think it has some of the best artworks in the entire Sword and Shield era. And one of those is going to be the Charizard V, which has a absolutely beautiful artwork depicting a Venusaur and a Charizard in battle. It's got a great sort of candid action shot. Absolutely love this artwork. It's got these little sparks and particles flying. It's brilliant. I love this artwork. But anyway, back to the numbers. Raw market value is $161 on this card. And I mean, just comparing it to the Tyranitar V from Battle Styles at $169, it almost doesn't seem fair that the Charizard is as affordable as it is. If you want to just skip from the raw to the PSA 10 and just pick one up for your collection, it's only around $287 in a PSA 10, which to me is absolutely absurd. CGC 10 has it at around $299. Beckett, weird numbers. It was like, I don't even remember. It was like $1,400, something like that. It made no sense at all, so I just didn't even include it in the chart here. But this is not the only chase card in this set. Like I said, it's a very popular set, absolutely beautiful. But number 2 is going to be the Charizard V-Star Rainbow Rare. This one's coming in at around $53 market value. It's a great card. Honestly, I think a lot of people are just picking it up because it is a Charizard card and because they probably need it for their master set. It's not the easiest to pull, but this Umbreon VMAX right here at just $37 is kind of nuts to me. It was around $60 a few months ago, and it has dropped significantly since then, but I think it's an absolutely beautiful and underrated card. I have one in a PSA 10, and it's not going anywhere. I'm holding on to that baby. Arceus V alternate art, which is also a very beautiful card at only $37. You know, that's just the perfect range where you can basically trade a couple of your doubles and get something like an Arceus V to complete your master set. Umbreon V from the trainer gallery, $26. This set had everything. It's a really fantastic set. Like I said, I love it. I just had absolutely terrible luck opening it. And a master set of Brilliant Stars singles would cost you about $675. And here's where things get interesting, because a sealed case of Brilliant Stars is going to cost you $1,085 market value right now. Say it again. You're not going to get a master set out of a sealed case. You maybe get one or two of the alternate arts. The rest of the stuff you're going to have to pick up individually or trade. So it might even be worth it to just buy a complete master set of Brilliant Stars. And then I think we're up to number 6 on the list here. Yes, we are. Number 6, Astral Radiance. How about that? Astral Radiance sitting higher on the list than Brilliant Stars. I bet you a lot of people didn't know that was coming. May 27th, 2022. And it gave us the beautiful artwork here of the Machamp V alternate arts with a raw market value of $159. Doing a little bit better in the PSA 10, 267, CGC 10, 212, and BGC 10 at 252. We got a nice normal price from BGC on that one. But this is a great card. This is one that I ended up chasing quite a bit and ended up having to pick up as a single because I couldn't pull it myself. I honestly think that Astral Radiance is one of the most underrated sets in the Sword and Shield era because it has some incredible chase cards. I mean, just look at the rest of the top 5 here with the Starmie V, the Misty in the pool Starmie V that everybody seems to love is going for about $52 right now. That's from the trainer gallery. Number 3 is the Origin Form Dialga V, and that's only going for about $42. We're talking about a alternate art chase card in this set. Only $42. I mean, you could trade your doubles of some of your A-spec cards from the Sword and Shield era and get that alternate art right there just to complete your master set. The Origin Form Palkia V is one of my favorite alternate arts. It reminds me of the movie Labyrinth. Very cool, surrealist sort of style. $40 for that card. Beedrill V, also in the poppy fields over here. I don't know if those are roses or poppies or whatever. Beautiful alternate artwork at $32. A master set of Astral Radiance is going to be valued at around $828. That's every card in the set, including all of the commons, uncommons, and the reverses, etc. All piles up to be $828 in value for a full binder of Astral Radiance, whereas a sealed case is, again, I said, undervalued. $896 for a sealed case of Astral Radiance. Honestly, seeing this number now makes me want to buy a couple cases of Astral Radiance and just set them aside because it's going to be a really fun set to open in the future. It's got pretty decent pull rates and some really incredible artworks. So when I originally put all these slides together, this was going to be a top 5 video, not a top 10, which means that this next one was actually at the bottom of the list. So that is number 5, Crown Zenith, January 20th, 2023. January 20th is my birthday. So Crown Zenith always is going to have a little bit of a special place in my heart because I got to open it on release day and on my birthday, which was just so much fun. Now, there are obviously more valuable sets on this list, but I can't think of a single one that is more fun to open than Crown Zenith because the pull rates are incredible and the artworks are incredible. This won't be the last Giratina that we see on this list, but the gold Giratina V-Star from the Galarian Gallery in Crown Zenith is absolutely stunning. I love this artwork. It reminds me of the Slime River in Ghostbusters 2. The raw market value on this card is $111. The graded market value is PSA 10, $228. The price history on the CGC 10s and the BGC 10s were a little bit weird and sort of hard to find, so I ended up just leaving those out because I don't want to give you guys any wrong or misleading information. So for now, we're just going to go off of that PSA 10 at $228. There are sort of 4 horsemen in Crown Zenith in the form of gold cards, like the Arceus V-Star at $72, also Galarian Gallery card. Then we have the Mewtwo V-Star, which is a pretty popular card. Obviously, it broke up the top chase cards here being all of the golds. It's a really incredible artwork. I love that there is an alternate angle in a different card in the TCG that shows it from the Charizard's perspective. This one's currently at $55. Then we have the Origin Form Dialga V-Star Gold Galarian Gallery, $51. And tied is the Origin Form Palkia V-Star Now, if you have a master set of Crown Zenith and you're currently sitting on about $836 in value, assuming you don't have any doubles, if you wanted to open a sealed case, well, there are none. But we do have the equivalent of 216 packs, which would cost you around $1,080. Do with that information what you will. I love having a master set of Crown Zenith. I highly encourage you to pick up any singles that you are missing from the set. Every artwork in the Galarian Gallery is absolutely stunning. Moving up to number 4 on our list of most expensive master sets, we have Lost Origin, the Giratina set, which dropped on September 9th, 2022. It features the one, the only, the ultimate Giratina V alternate art with a raw market value of $390. This is a $400 essentially raw card, which is absolutely insane. The graded market value on this card in a PSA 10, it's about $550. However, the pricing on this one was also pretty volatile, all over the place. CGC and BGC I didn't even include because those numbers were in the thousands, didn't even make any sense. And even the PSA prices were even the PSA sold prices were kind of all over the place. So I just sort of averaged it around $550 for the PSA 10. If you're buying one, then you might be able to find a better deal than that. And if you're selling one, you might be able to get more. I'm not entirely sure. It seems like the market hasn't quite settled on this one just yet. But the remaining top 5 cards from this set include the Aerodactyl V. I love this card. It's the Jurassic Park Aerodactyl. Is still going for around $113, which is fantastic for a number 2 card in the set. The number 3 card, however, drops dramatically down to just $39 for the Rotom V. And then we have some trainer gallery cards with the Pikachu VMAX at $38 and the Pikachu V at $25. And my master set of Lost Origin is currently worth around $905, which is good to know. But the sealed case of booster boxes of Lost Origin is currently going for around $1,200. Something I want to remind you guys, basically sealed cases of booster boxes you can typically get around $550 to $600 at release when something is when one of these sets is brand new. So to be sitting at around $1,200 is pretty nuts. That's double the value that it was when it first came out, if not more. We're already seeing some pretty impressive gains on sealed cases of some of these Sword and Shield era sets, even as recent as Lost Origin. And then we have one of my all-time favorite sets, no sarcasm. Number 3 is going to be Fusion Strike, which came out on November 12th, 2021. I actually remember where I was when this came out. I was in Salem, Massachusetts, having an absolute blast trying to find Fusion Strike packs wherever I could. Why is this my favorite set? Well, I'm sure you noticed a lot of the purple here. If you're one of the OG subscribers here on the channel, then you also know that Ghost Pokemon are my all-time favorite, which is why the Gengar VMAX alternate artwork, absolutely beautiful card, is a current market value of $304, $608 in a PSA 10, over $1,000 in a CGC 10 pristine. Beckett, I don't even know, but this card is one of my favorite cards, and I was lucky enough to pull it 4 separate times. And I pulled it 4 separate times after I had already picked it up for just $200 in a Beckett 9.5, which I want to get regraded in a PSA because I think it'll be worth a little bit more. But this is one of my favorite artworks. It's actually the background on my phone right now. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about this card, but it's not the only one. We also have the Espeon VMAX sleeping on top of a building. Absolutely beautiful artwork at $285. Not bad for a runner-up for the most valuable card. Then we have the Mew VMAX alternate art at $99. Absolutely fantastic. You'll notice that a lot of these top 5 chase cards in Fusion Strike are really doing pretty well in terms of value. The Mew VMAX Rainbow Rare at $98, almost tying for that Mew VMAX alternate art. And then we have a Mew V alternate art at $38 in the number 5 spot. So all in all, once you have all those cards together in a binder, it's going to be worth about $983 US dollars. This is another set that's already starting to really climb up there, with sealed cases going for $1,355. I can't get over how much smack people used to talk about this set, and now it seems like it's actually finally becoming something that's sought after and getting the attention that it deserves. I'm very proud of my little baby Fusion Strike. And now, an absolute banger. Chilling Reign, June 18th, 2021, middle of the summer, they dropped this iceberg on us at number 2 for our most valuable master set. Why is it so close to number 1? because of the Blaziken VMAX with a raw market value of $346. I honestly think at this point in my master set journey, this might be the only alternate art from Sword and Shield that I do not have in my possession. And I would love to be able to get one of these cards, but that market value of $346 is absolutely insane. Even more so in a PSA 10 at $473, CGC Pristine $559, and a Beckett at who knows, because the prices for Beckett black labels are absolutely ridiculous and very hard to actually predict or use for anything. But honestly, my favorite card in this set actually has to be this Galarian Moltres V. It's super gothed out. It's very much my vibe, and it's going for around $160. Lucky enough to have this one in my master set. It's absolutely beautiful. Then we have the Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX at $115. We have the Snorlax Gold at $69 and the Galarian Articuno V alternate art at $69 as well. Doubling up on the 69s there, no comment, moving on. Then we have Chilling Reign's master set is going to cost you $1,589. Yes, whereas a sealed case of Chilling Reign booster boxes is $1,400. However, with the pull rates on Chilling Reign, there's probably even a chance you can get an entire sealed case of booster boxes, open all 216 packs, and not get a single chase card that you have or a single alternate arts. It's a very, very difficult master set to complete, which is why it is such a high value. Then, if you are in the TCG hobby and have been for a while, then you will not be surprised to see what is our number one most valuable master set in the Sword and Shield era. And of course, it's Evolving Skies. The Evolution sets with all the alternate arts, this set was an absolute blowout. Came out on August 26th, 2021. This is our number one most valuable master set. The Umbreon VMAX owns. It reigns supreme in the Sword and Shield era with a raw market value of $875. I remember when I first pulled this card and I posted a video about it and I said, this is how I pulled a $200 alternate art. And every couple of months I had to update the title of that video as it went from 200 to 400 to 600 to 800 and beyond. It's absolutely insane. This card it's an anomaly because there's so many of them in the market and it doesn't seem to affect it whatsoever. I actually have two of these, so I can speak from experience. Holding it in your hand is an entirely different otherworldly experience than just looking at the artwork on a computer screen or as a PNG. Everyone loves this card. There's so much hype around this card and so much admiration and desire to own this card, which is why its PSA 10 market value right now is $1,175 for this card. In a PSA 10, I have to get my two out there to get graded. A CGC 10 Pristine is around $1,799, while a BGC Black Label 10 is around $4,200 plus. Like, I don't even know how to communicate this, but I have seen some insanely high prices for this card in a Black Label BGC. So I put 4,200 here because it seems like that's the most number of this card has been sold in that price range. However, I have seen this sell for much, much more. And here's where things get absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So the number one chase card in this set is the Moonbreon at $875. And wait till you see the remaining four of the top 5 lineup. Every single one of the top 5 cards in this set are over $200 in value, substantially. We're talking about number 2 being Rayquaza VMAX alternate art at $442, a Leafeon VMAX alternate art at $328. These are raw prices, guys, $328. A Glaceon VMAX, number 4 at $312. Sylveon VMAX, I pulled this card twice, $232. I actually pulled that from Costco tins. But it doesn't stop there, because at number 6, we have the Umbreon V alternate art, $174. I remember when this was like $80. Dragonite V, $168. Rayquaza V, $114. Glaceon V, $95. This is why people are going absolutely insane to try to find Evolving Skies packs anywhere and everywhere like possible, because all of these cards are worth so much money. The potential payday for opening a pack of Evolving Skies is just insane. However, the pull rates on them are absolutely abysmal. It's impossible to pull anything from this set. As many times as I've watched people open 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 packs of Evolving Skies and still not seeing any of the cards on the screen right now get pulled. But even with the insane value of these cards, from $875 all the way down to $95 and more, there's plenty more, the value of a master set for Evolving Skies is $3,820 for every card in the set, full binder. Not quite a down payment on a house, but it's very expensive. You could buy a used car with that amount of money. That is insane. Having come from poverty myself, I can honestly say that $3,820 is a life-changing amount of money for some people in this country. And here's where things get super interesting, because a sealed case of Evolving Skies is currently at around $4,200. And you can pretty much guarantee that you're not going to pull anything near a master set. You won't even pull half a master set. You may not even pull 1/6 of a master set of Evolving Skies by opening cases. You probably have to spend 12, if not more, $1,000 on sealed cases of Evolving Skies to try to complete a master set worth $3,820. If you wanted a master set, I highly suggest that you buy the singles right now. I'm not a financial advisor, but this math just maths for me. So as tired as I am of hearing people talk about Evolving Skies, there's a reason why they're doing it. It's an absolutely insane set with incredible artworks. And if you're wondering about the rest of the sets in Sword and Shield, I broke it down for you guys real quick if you want to pause the video so you can see the individual values of each one of the master sets from the Sword and Shield era. I really hope you enjoyed the video. It took me hours to pull all of this information together and put this presentation together for you. So please, if you're feeling kind, leave a like on the video to let me know that you appreciate the hard work that I put into it. Subscribe with notifications on so that you don't miss future updates and unboxings here on the channel. Get out there and do something positive. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, happy haunting, Fang Gang.